All right, and we are going to be talking about good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. We are here on Facebook Live with Bernansky's vlog. We got a couple things to talk about today. Up front, we're going to hit Friday's box office, and we're going to take a look at what movies everybody was watching last night. And then also, we're going to be jumping into a non-spoiler filled review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. So if you have not seen Star Wars yet, it's okay. I'm just going to give you my initial thoughts after 2 viewings. And then we're also going to touch base on some Christmas movies. And then we're going to give you just a quick update. And then we're going to get out of your hair and let you back to your Saturday to finish up whatever holiday shenanigans you guys are getting into. So let's go ahead and give it a second just to get everybody in and signed up and ready to go. And then we can get this thing started. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. This is Bernansky's vlog. Good morning. It's Monday morning. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeremy Bernansky with Bernansky's vlog. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea here. I've got the box office report from this weekend. And let's go ahead and take a look at one news story then that dropped this morning. We are live right now. We are going to cover Friday's box office. So for this weekend's box office, on these Facebook Live sessions, we do like to cover the weekend box office. So what does that mean? That means that this is pretty impressive, as you'll hear in a minute. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry. In theory, that film should have done gangbusters. This movie is so much fun. I think the rewatchability factor is super high. Wow, this was actually a fun time. I'm on board. Sign me up. Game over. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. All right, let's just get into it. Number 5, number 4, and number 3, number 2, and number 1. All right, we are back. A little technical difficulty there with the mic. Had to take a quick look at that. But we should be good to go. Everybody should be able to hear me, and we should be ready to rock and roll into today's Facebook Live session. So thank you, everybody who is joining here on the Facebook Live. If you're watching this on the YouTube replay, thank you so much as well. Let's dive in. And like I said at the top of the show, we are going to cover a couple things. First and foremost, as we do on this show, is we are going to be covering the box office report. And this is going to be from Friday night. So we can take a look and see what opening day looked like and what movies everybody went out and saw. And then we're going to jump into a non-spoiler filled review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. So again, if you have not seen Star Wars yet, you're planning on seeing that tonight, maybe tomorrow. Or maybe you're going to wait until like the rush is over and you'll see it over the week, next week. Whatever the case may be, this won't ruin anything for you. I'm not going to give anything away. So rest assured, you can stay tuned for that and still go and enjoy the movie and enjoy all the surprises that happen throughout. And then we're going to talk about some Christmas movies that are out right now and 1 or 2 quick items right before we sign off. So let's go ahead and jump right now into Friday's box office report. So we go 5 to 1. So we go the lowest earner to the highest earner on this show. So coming in at number 5, we have Justice League with $1,060,000. Coming in at number 4 is Wonder with $1,480,000. Coming in at number 3 is Coco at $2,243,000. Number 2 is Ferdinand at $3,600,000. And then way off in the distance at number 1 is Star Wars The Last Jedi with $104,787,000. So a commanding lead for Star Wars, to say the least. Not surprised at all, especially with kind of the hype that was being built up for it, the positive word of mouth and buzz leading up to the release, plus all of the positive buzz after the initial opening and the grand carpet premiere and everything like that. But so since everybody's not surprised by Star Wars, we won't really spend too much time talking about it. It is projected for over $200 million for this weekend. So job well done to Rian Johnson and team over at Lucasfilm for this movie. And as I said, we'll get into a little bit of my thoughts after seeing it twice here a little bit after this segment. But the big notices for me, again, is Wonder. I love this movie. This movie still is in my top 10 for 2017. Just overall, everything about it, I just thought they did a fantastic job with. Now, if you haven't seen Wonder yet, that's okay. It's still in theaters. You can still get out and check this out. And it keeps increasing in theaters. Like, so it gets released in a certain number of theaters, for those who don't know. And then depending upon how well it does, you can either add that film to more theaters or it can be subtracted from theaters like as it kind of runs its course in theater time. So maybe by week 5, it's not playing in as many theaters as it was when it was released in week 1. Same thing here, but instead of it like being pulled from theaters, they're actually adding it to theaters according to Box Office Mojo. So that, I mean, I love the film, but I think that is an even bigger testament to how great this film actually is. And if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, I'm going to go ahead and throw up right here. Whoop, whoop, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and throw up right here the card that you guys can just click on, and that'll take you right to my review of Just Wonder, the movie. And it's just specific that movie playlist, that movie review playlist, but it's going to be that film in particular on that playlist. So you can check that out, or just get out to the theater. If you don't want to see Star Wars because it might be too busy this weekend, go check out Wonder. Fantastic film. And this is the 5th week in a row it's been in the top 5. So, and that's, I mean, 5 weeks in theaters, 5 weeks in the top 5, a smaller kind of independent film that has just been doing gangbusters. I really can't sing the praises enough for this film. It's just a very well done story, very heartfelt, very touching. It feels very real. Check out my review that posted, and yeah, definitely worth your time. Number 6, not in the top 5, but still worth mentioning because this was the case last week. If you guys remember from last week's Facebook Live session, Daddy's Home 2 just barely missing the mark to make the top 5. Now, I enjoyed Daddy's Home 2. I saw it twice thanks to MoviePass. And the second time was just as fun as the first time. In fact, I actually laughed a little bit more the second time because I wasn't missing some of the jokes because I was laughing so hard I couldn't hear all the jokes that were being delivered. So there it is. If you're watching this on the replay for YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and throw up my review for Daddy's Home 2 as well. And you guys can check that out. It's a Christmas movie. Like, it's a legit Christmas movie. It's not just like a movie that was made like at Christmas time. Like, it's a legit Christmas movie. So check that out. And that just shy is $910,000. And again, the number 5 was $1,060,000. So, I mean, really, really close to breaking into the top 5. So congratulations to Daddy's Home 2. And still in the top 10, Thor Ragnarok, Murder on the Orient Express, and Lady Bird. Also The Disaster Artist, which I still want to see. So still a lot of really good films out in theaters right now for you guys to check out if you are kind of opposed to the mad rush crowds that are going to be at the theaters for Star Wars The Last Jedi. So let's go ahead and segue now into my initial thoughts. Yesterday was Star Wars Day for this guy. Got up, first showing, was it like 9:10 or 9:20 in the morning? So I got up, first showing, saw it Thursday night with my family, which they all seemed to enjoy it. My nieces and nephews had a lot of very positive things to say about it, so it was cool that they were happy because that's the new generation of Star Wars fans coming up. So if they're enjoying it, that speaks volumes about the film. So we saw it Thursday night, great. Friday morning, wake up, head to the movies, saw it again, first showing Friday morning, then came back here, started writing up my review for it. It took a while because there was a lot of things I had to just get out of my head, and then I could actually focus on what I wanted to say because there's a lot of positives and there's a lot of negatives I had with this film. So I wanted to get it all out and then organize it. So after I did that, then I had to do my video recording for Monday's episode, right? So you guys can actually get that on Monday's show. And that clocked in at around 30 minutes, which is way too long because the weekly show is only supposed to be around 30 to 45 minutes. So then I started editing, got out of here last night around midnight, and then came in this morning and I said, you know what? We're just going to do a non-spoiler review so I can continue to edit down the review for Monday's episode. So Monday's episode isn't just Star Wars, The Last Jedi review. So some of the things that I really liked about this film and some of the things that just kind of just didn't jive with me at all deal with storytelling and the writing of the story. Because while the writing of the story is really good, it's also like on the other side, just like what is happening? Like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. So it was like this back and forth of like, this is Star Wars, this isn't Star Wars. This is Star Wars. Oh my gosh, what is this? This is not Star Wars. What is going on right now? And it was just like this back and forth thing for me the entire time, which was just, it was bothering me. But at the end of the day, I still really liked the film. The second viewing, I know that some people, when they go see a movie for the second time, they're going to see it because they're super pumped. I was going because I wanted to see like what my reaction would be now that like the excitement factor is gone because I've already seen it. So that second viewing really didn't plus or minus anything for me. It just kind of solidified the feelings I already had. So the stuff that I liked, I loved. And the stuff that bothered me, I just was absolutely over. I was over it. I was like, this is not going to work for me at all. So it's this back and forth. There's a lot of really, really cool moments towards the end of the film. The whole third act of the movie is just fantastic. The intro of the film started off a little rough. And again, it was just like, it pulled me out of the film. And I was like, the writing for it, I was like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. I don't know what I'm watching right now. Because the writing just, there's comedy in Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. There is comedy in Star Wars. But the comedy for me has always felt more natural to the characters. It didn't feel like it was like being pushed. And there's a couple scenes where the comedy feels like it's just being pushed for the sake of comedy. It doesn't feel like the comedy is being delivered because that's what would naturally happen with those characters. But then again, like I said, it's a back and forth. There are other characters that have some great comedy and it feels supernatural for those characters. So it was like this back and forth. It was like going on a date with a girl and you're sitting there like, wow, she's really cool, but then she does annoying things. But she's really cool for that reason, but she does these other annoying things. And you're like, I don't even know if I had a good time on this date. Like, that's what it felt like. But you left the date smiling. You're confused, but you're still smiling. That's what The Last Jedi was for me. So I definitely recommend you guys get out and see this film. You'll hear more about why on Monday's show. But one of the characters, Benicio del Toro, I'm not going to give anything away about his character, except that I am going to say he speaks with a stutter. And that it didn't take me out of the movie because he had a speech impediment. That's fine, because I believed that if you're a hacker and you're constantly like frying electrical circuits, you probably have been electrocuted enough that you would develop a stutter. Like, I get it. But the manner in which he like had his stutter reminded me of the movie The Great Outdoors. And there's a guy in it that gets struck by lightning 66 times, and he has the same kind of stutter and delivery that Benicio del Toro's character had. So it kept taking me out of the movie when he'd stutter, because then I'd start laughing about that movie, and I was like, man, I really want to watch The Great Outdoors now. But his character actually is a minor role, but a very important role towards the end of the film. So wait for that, because it's actually a really good performance, as we would expect from Benicio. So check that out and pay attention for those moments. But otherwise, the movie itself delivers on a lot of what I wanted it to do. It surprised me a couple times. If you read the Star Wars comics, like the early original run, like not like super early, but like the more recent, the re-released that they did, I think last year, there's some scenes in it with Darth Vader and fighting and like all of this crazy stuff going on. And you're just like, that's why everybody is terrified of Darth Vader. There was a moment like that towards the end of this film that I thought I was going to get with a different character. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is happening. But then they went a different route, which was surprising and awesome. So again, there's a lot of moments where I was like, this is not, what are we doing? Versus in contrast to, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. So check it out. If you've seen it already, throw your thoughts below in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube replay, again, same for you. Throw your thoughts in the comments about what you thought. Non-spoiler, don't be that guy, don't be that girl, right? This is a non-spoiler review, so just give your initial thoughts. Monday's episode will have the full review, and then we'll probably get into some more Star Wars discussion on Monday's Facebook live stream, because then everybody's had the weekend to see it, and we can kind of dive into a little bit more about some spoilery goodness and some spoilery things that happened and what we think yay or nay about those occurrences in the film and what it could mean for the larger picture for Star Wars going forward. Because a couple things that happened did make me tilt my head and go, eh? So we're going to talk about it, but not today, because non-spoiler. All right, so let's move into some Christmas movies. It's the holiday season, right? It's the weekend. Maybe you finished up your shopping and you're hanging out with your family and you guys are like, Coco's ready. Everybody's in their comfy clothes. You want to watch a Christmas movie. maybe you and your girlfriend, you and your boyfriend, you got your boo thing, you're hanging out, and you guys are all like super comfy, cozy, and you just want to watch some movies because you've had a long day and it's the weekend, but you don't want to go out and be surrounded by the hordes of people that are just invading the malls and the shopping areas and everything else. So you and your boo thing are hanging out at the crib, and you guys are like, I just totally got to watch a movie and just relax with you and just be with you. I got you covered. I got a couple of movies that are on Netflix right now that are holiday films I pulled up. So if you have Netflix, which I'm assuming most of you do because it's 2017, almost 2018, we got Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas is on Netflix right now, which is a fun movie if you got a family, or if you and your boo thing just want to watch a movie that's going to make you feel like a little bit more youthful in your life. Check that out. You have Tim Allen and the Santa Claus and the Santa Claus 2, both fun Christmas movies. I think they both still hold up. You have going way back, if you're like me and you enjoy some of the classic stuff, you know, the Turner Classic Movie Channel, and you go to like the re-releases of the classics in the theaters like I do, you may want to check out Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye's White Christmas, which was originally released circa 1954. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, who's Bing Crosby and who's Danny Kaye? Danny Kaye, I won't really go too much onto him because I don't really do the dancing and everything like that. But Bing Crosby to me is the godfather of pop vocal work. So you have Sinatra, who everybody was like, this guy was the guy that really created stardom for vocalists. Okay, but I feel like if it wasn't for Bing Crosby, we wouldn't have got Sinatra the way we got Sinatra. I think Bing Crosby actually was the door that opened up like the superstar for pop vocal work in American popular music. So check it out. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye. It's a musical, so you got to like musicals too. If you don't like musicals, don't waste your time because I don't want you getting all mad at me. You're like, why is I watching people singing? Why can't they just talk? It's not for you. Don't worry about it. Go watch maybe Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2. Those are both on there right now. If I had to give my recommendation over both of those, if you got to pick one, I would say Bad Santa over Bad Santa 2. But if you like both of them, that's cool too. Check them both out. They're on Netflix. So yeah, so How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Tim Allen's The Santa Claus #1 and 2, Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye and White Christmas, and Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2. Or if you're super awesome and you're like me and you have Christmas movies on DVD, you can always pull out this classic. Boom. That's right. The Muppets Christmas Carol. I love The Muppets Christmas Carol. So you can always check that out. I'll probably be watching that next week or probably Sunday night when I'm waiting for the show to finish compressing and buffering and everything else and loading. So who knows, but definitely check out these Christmas movies. They're worth it. I'm going to check the board real quick to see if there's any questions I need to address before we get out of here. So give me 1 second. All right, let's see. No questions as of yet, so we are good to go. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Before I go, I do just want to mention one thing. I looked at the calendar, and Christmas and New Year's both fall on a Monday. So Monday's episode coming up, this coming Monday, like 2 days from now, is going to be the last official episode for Bernansky's vlog in 2017. There will not be an episode after that. The full episodes that drop every Monday at 10 a.m. PST. This Monday coming up is going to be the last one, so tune in for that. Again, 10 a.m. PST on the YouTube channel is where it will be dropping. That doesn't mean that we're going to stop dropping content on the show. We are still going to have the Facebook live streams on Saturday, but we will not be doing the Facebook live stream on Christmas or New Year's. So the Saturday before, we'll still be back here to do a Facebook live stream. And the movie reviews, as I get out to the theaters to see it, because there's still Phantom Thread. I still want to see The Disaster Artist, Molly's Game. So there's still movies out that I want to see. And so once I see those will be dropping on the YouTube channel as well. But they're just going to be dropping in the movie review playlist. There's not going to be an episode that drops to give those to you initially. They're just going to drop right to the movie review playlist. So you're still going to be getting content all the way up to New Year's. We just aren't going to have the actual episodes dropping on Monday. So stay tuned for this Monday. Episode 22 is going to drop. That'll be the last official episode for 2017. But like I said, we're still going to do the Facebook live shows, and we're still going to do movie reviews as I get out to the theaters to see those, to review them for you on the YouTube channel. Booyah. All right, everybody, I am going to get out of here. It's been a lot of fun talking with you guys about movies. Hope you guys enjoyed The Last Jedi. Again, if you saw it, be super cool, right? Be chill about it. Throw your comments below, but don't give any spoilers away. Don't be that guy. It's the holidays. Be super chill. So throw your comments below. Let me know your thoughts, non-spoiler, about Star Wars The Last Jedi. And then Monday, we'll get into my actual review, which is spoilery goodness. And then Monday's Facebook live stream, we can really dig into some more about Star Wars The Last Jedi and really get into some spoilery goodness there as well. So you have been warned. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler on Monday. Double spoiler on Monday with Facebook Live. All right, everybody. Have a great week. See you guys on Monday for a brand new episode of Bernansky's Vlog. Hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season so far and you've been able to get out and do some Christmassy things if you celebrate Christmas. Yeah. All right. Have a great week, everybody. I will see you on Monday at 10 a.m. PST on the YouTube channel for a brand new episode of Bernansky's Vlog. It will be episode 22, and then we'll be right back here for Facebook Live right after that. Have a great weekend. Take care. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeremy Bernansky, and you've just finished watching a Facebook Live replay. Now, if you enjoyed that, you may also want to check out the weekly show playlist, as well as the movie news playlist, which covers just the news segments from every Monday's episode. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and click that subscribe. We'll see you guys next Monday right here on YouTube for a brand new episode of Bernansky's Vlog at 10 a.m. PST. Have a great week. Take care.